Hi, my name's Mark Colton. I'm the lead singer in Credo. You're watching Live Prog, and keep watching because it's bloody great.
Grey and unnoticed color, hard to discover. Dust covered white, everything's so clear. I'm still a stranger who looks for the danger of staying behind and disappear.
Ik denk dat we nou een kat erbij cadeau krijgen. Je wilt 2 kilo maken. Nee, maak het uit.
Once I have discovered it's hard to recover. Don't bring me down, I have more to give me. And my suspicions, my fears, my ambitions keep you from taking my place. You're not alone, I came home to the silence that I fought on my own. I have learned to look colder. I need to sleep, so does she. I don't know what you have given to me. I have never felt so out of reach. This is not who I wanted to be. You're not alone, I came home to the silence that I fought on my own. I have learned to look colder. I need to sleep, so does she. I don't know what you have given to me. I have never felt so out of reach. No, out of reach. The sun. Dat gaat niet werken op deze versie.
Nee, precies. Precies. Het zou iets milder mogen. Zullen we heel dit stuk gewoon nog een keer doen?
Hey.
Ik vond het eigenlijk wel heel tof.
We are here at the studio of Ruud Jolie. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
And of course Wudstik.
Hey.
In the house.
Hi.
Well, the main reason we are here is, of course, your upcoming album, For All We Know. But I looked at your website and I saw a whole list of projects you are involved in. Where do you find the time?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Well, the thing is that at this moment everything is released at once. So, hello, he wants to be famous. Like for instance, the DWB, the Damian Wilson Band DVD that's going to be released in May, was already recorded in I believe October of 2009. And League of Lights, the project of Threshold keyboard player Richard West, was recorded last summer here. For All We Know, I've been working on that for 4 years already. What else? Oh yeah, and I recorded 2 new songs for Agua Danik, Anneke van Giers's band. Yeah, so I have time for that because it's all pretty scattered around the year, and it's all cool.
Okay, well, that's nice.
Keeps you off the street.
Yeah, well, you work with Damian Wilson. You're also involved in the Made in United project.
Oh yeah, I
also with
forgot
Damian.
that.
Also with Damian Wilson.
Yep.
Is that all because of you worked together before and then you joined that, or is it separate?
Well, the thing is that I've always been a great admirer of Damian Wilson as a vocalist and as a person, of course. 2008, I think that With Invitation played the Beursgebouw in Eindhoven, and Threshold was supporting us. And Damian Wilson was back in the band again, and after the gigs we all had a beer, and yeah, we started talking, and a couple of months later he asked me to join his Damian Wilson band, band. That sounds weird, yeah. But you know, from then on he visited my place and we hung out and we talked and you know we made music and we drank a couple of beers, only 2 or 3, I think. No, not really, but yeah, and you know when Joey Bruce, he's one of my best friends who is also involved with Made in United. When we were looking for a singer, I didn't have to look further because Damian also auditioned for Iron Maiden when Bruce Dickinson left, and I believe he was they had to choose between him and Blaze Bayley. Yeah. And the day before, you know, the press release was going to be, you know, that everybody knew it was Blaze Bayley. He got the phone call from, I believe, Steve Harris himself. That you know, unfortunately, he didn't get the job. But yeah, I think that he fits perfect for a project like Made in United.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, it's a small step from Damian Wilson band, Made in United, to, of course,
yeah,
For All We Know, yeah, because he's doing some vocals as well.
Yeah, some small parts.
Yeah.
Wudstik over here, he's the main vocalist.
Okay.
And how did we meet? Was it through MySpace?
Somewhere in your space.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that Martijn Spierenburg, the interpretation keyboard player, and me, we wrote a couple of songs, yeah, which we wanted to have demoed.
Yeah.
And I think that
Yeah, you asked me to
to do some demos.
do
for
some
it.
vocals, but I believe it was Christopher.
Christopher.
First. I recorded some demos for Christopher Guldenlo, and he played you the demos. Yeah. He played you the demos, and that's how you. And then you asked me to do the demos for.
Then I checked out your MySpace
yes.
page. I think that's true. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MySpace saved my prog life.
Okay.
yeah.
I almost died.
You almost died.
and became a full-time rapper. No, that's not true. But MySpace is definitely the site that gave me the opportunity to do some prog things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a history in Prague.
No, yeah, the only history is that I know everything about prog.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan of prog, always. I started in the early days of, I believe it was, my mother came with Images and Words just for one song. But I listened to the whole album of Dream Theater, and that's how I rolled into the prog scene.
Okay.
So when Dream Theater and then Fate's Warning and all those other, Enchant even, you know Enchant?
Yeah.
So but then I left it alone, and then I went, and then I began to do more things in the hip hop, and then I added a MySpace account, and then Arion came on my path.
Yeah.
So it's his. I have to thank him for sitting here right now.
Okay. Well, thank you, Arjen.
Thank you, Arjen. Thank you.
Well, I must say, from the whole album, ESMC Squared is one of my favorite tracks.
Thank you.
Definitely. I
Thank you.
like the vocals. I believe it was Marjan Wellman.
Marjan Wellman.
Yeah.
Marjan Wellman.
Well,
Marjan Wellman.
and
Yeah.
your vocals on. I was personally amazed, you know, because I thought you were really a hip hop artist, and then singing on
I thought also.
on such an album. So it was. And then when I saw you were also involved in this project, I was again surprised to see that. Well, obviously you enjoy this kind of music.
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you said you've been working on this project for 4 years.
On and off.
When became the idea that you wanted to do something?
Well, yeah, I've always been in so many bands, and I've recorded quite some albums, and some of them have become pretty successful, and I'm really proud of that. But one thing that I didn't have was an album with my own music. And I always say mockingly that on the day that I die, when I'm in my deathbed and that my grandchildren are surrounding me, I want to hold at least one album that's my own, you know. Pretty dark stuff here, but no, but seriously, that's pretty much the idea behind it, and it got totally out of hand, of course, like pretty much everything I do. But at first I just wanted to write my own songs, and then I started to think, okay, how am I gonna record it? How am I gonna release it? You know, that kind of stuff, the artwork, you know, the people involved. Yeah, and of course I've been very busy at certain times with Within Temptation, so I didn't have any time to work on it. So that's why it 4 years, I think, pretty much. On the other hand, I didn't have a deadline. I never had one.
Okay.
Never. So therefore I could work on it until I was totally satisfied. And that's what I really liked. Although that's why it took 4 years. You know, deadlines make you work faster, usually. Yeah, but The only thing I was concerned with was that I would be totally satisfied with the end result. And yeah, I still am, and I hope that I will always be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know, you know, because if you listen back to some of the stuff you did, you know, sometimes you should have done that differently, but I don't know, we'll see in a couple of years.
Okay. Now, from what I've noticed on the site, there are a lot of guest musicians. Well, you mentioned, of course, Wudstik is the main vocalist.
He's the main vocalist. Yeah, he sings on all the songs.
Okay. Is For All We Know more a project or is it a real band?
Define the word project.
That's a good question.
Because it is a band, but if you mean
it is band. Okay.
if you mean with project that you know that it's for a certain time that I'm working on it, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, next week the new With Invitation album will be released, and you know, a whole new tour. You know, in August we're gonna do a lot of gigs again, so I won't have time for anything else than Within Temptation. And you know, I also have my own other project, Made in the 90s. You know, I'm gonna do a tour next month, and in May I'm gonna do some gigs with For All We Know. And after that, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But CDs aren't like milk.
That's true.
So CDs will stay good.
There's no expiration date.
There's no expiration date.
That's very deep.
Yeah.
It is. Now you already mentioned it, and that was something I was a bit curious about. Will you also play live with For All We Know? But that's going to happen.
That's probably going to happen.
Okay.
At the end of May. Yeah, the 26th of May we play at the Boerderij, Zoetermeer. And the 28th of May at the Lakij in Helmond. And the 27th of May we're still working on a gig. We have different options, but I'm not booking them myself. But one of these days I'll get the final. The word will be out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very nice to hear. So we can also see your work live on stage.
Yep.
So. If I would ask a bit about who inspired you, then I think Iron Maiden, of course.
Me as a guitar player?
Yeah?
Yeah. Adrian Smith, Dave Murray, Kirk Hammett, John Petrucci later on. Steve Vai, also Joe Satriani, those guys.
Yeah.
And then I started studying at the conservatory, so I was listening to quite a lot of jazz music. So in that genre, I would say Pat Metheny, Bill Frisell, Scott Henderson. He's still one of my favorites. Yeah, those kind of guys.
Yeah. Well, what's a bit of your inspiration, Wudstik?
Vocally?
Yeah.
Well, I started off with James LeBrie, who is not the all-round most beloved singer, but I think he's doing a great job. Later on, I got inspired by Daniel Gildenlow, Pain of Salvation, of course, but especially because of his range and diversity. I also, but I'm diverse also because of singing a lot of different styles.
Yeah.
Dutch language, and now this is my first English project. But I also I rap. Not anymore, but I did. So it's and rap is very rhythmic.
Yeah.
And Daniel has a lot of, and that's what I liked about his stuff, is that he has a lot of rhythmic vocals on his on Pain Observation, and then a lot of screams and a lot of dark sounds and light.
Yeah.
So he's one of my greats. I find him the greatest singer of all time. But many singers, many prog singers, not so many. Yeah, Michael Jackson is one of, because he has a wide range also.
Yeah.
And he does crazy stuff. You know. So I like crazy singers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And do you also do some crazy singing
Well,
for all we know, or is it?
Yeah. 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 I do a
it's,
couple of crazy stuff.
Because if I mean, I haven't. Well, I've heard bits and pieces of the music, but if you have to describe the music of For All We Know, how would you describe it? Can you describe it?
Of course you can describe it. I always get tired of bands saying, yeah, our music can be described. Of course. Yeah. Like I put on my MySpace very early on, is that, you know, I listen to a lot of different music. You know, I really like Porcupine Tree, Opeth, Ocean Size,
Opeth.
Sigur Rós. He introduced me to Sufjan Stevens. It's also really great. You know, so it's inevitable that you know. I'm not saying that it's a copy of that, but
No.
I also read the comments on my Facebook and no, people see those comparisons, and I really don't mind if people compare it to certain bands or whatever, you know. Why would I? It's a compliment.
Yeah.
But I think that, and especially because of his vocals and the instrumentation, that it's something with a new kind of sound. But of course, it's yeah, I'm able to describe it. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's sounds interesting, of course. Well, especially, of course, for the people who like those bands mentioned, it will be interesting. But well, I think anyone who's interested in hearing new music and well, maybe ready for a change in music, definitely worth checking out, I'd say. Now, you have your studio at home. You are very busy with music. Do you have any other hobbies besides music? Or is it?
Yeah, watch movies, read books. Even though I always need a peace of mind to read a book.
Yeah.
And I don't have that right now.
Okay.
That's why I read a lot of comic books right now. So, you know, it's just 30 pages, and you know, that's that. Going to the gym, even though I have to go again. I think I'm going tomorrow morning. Yeah, I should. Yeah, that's pretty much hobby-wise.
Okay.
What about you? You go to the gym?
No, never.
Never.
I hate going to the gym. Well, I go to the gym a lot nowadays. But I'm a teacher.
Okay.
I'm a singing. I am a singing teacher.
Singing teacher.
What I will do today? No, I guess
Interesting.
singing
approach.
lessons.
Okay.
Singing lessons. I get singing
A
lessons.
singing math teacher.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's how I earn my money nowadays.
Yeah, I almost forgot it, but I teach as well.
I hadn't forgotten.
Oh, okay. It's weekend now, so I block my day job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
No, it's not bad. I like teaching.
Yeah, I like teaching too.
I noticed Floor Janssen also teaches
Yeah,
there.
she's a colleague of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, Floor
Interesting.
Janssen. Stef Brox, Textures, drummer.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the website and I saw several names, also band names that rang at least a bell.
Yeah.
So that's
Texture
interesting.
Exvius, he's playing in. Yeah, I think that those are the people you
Yeah,
could know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in Eindhoven,
Eindhoven,
my hometown.
your hometown. Yep.
Okay, well that's very nice.
Gekste.
I have to say this. I saw on your Facebook page that you like the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, since a couple of weeks, you know, I rarely watch TV because
Okay.
I just don't have time for it, and I only watch it when I'm eating. And yeah, coincidentally, I was eating around what time is that show on? 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, so I was having my dinner at 8, so I was watching it 3 times in a row. And it's always like that when you watch, you know, when I watch you know, a series like once, twice, and then at the third time it's okay, it's pretty
Yeah.
funny. And then I downloaded all the episodes. I'm gonna buy the DVDs. Yeah, I will.
You won't.
You know, I've been watching them late
Yeah.
at night. You know, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
Which is your favorite character?
Sheldon, of course.
Yeah, I think for most.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan as well. So.
And Howard. I really like Howard.
Okay.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Howard.
What's the girl's name?
Penny.
Benny.
Penny.
Yeah, Howard. He's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you like it as well.
I like it as well. Big fan.
Yeah.
Post quotes of Sheldon on my on my Facebook page
Oh, yeah.
almost every day.
There's one joke he makes with Penny. That they have they argue the whole day. They have an argument or something, and they have a fight. And then she is doing he does the laundry on exactly the same time every day.
Yeah.
And then Penny goes down to put clothes in all the
Yeah.
so he can't do the laundry. So he's pissed off and he says to her, it's beautiful. He says to her, "Woman, you're messing with powers beyond your ken." And then she says, "Well, your ken can kiss my Barbie." I love it.
Bazinga.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah.
It's funny.
One of my favorites is when they're eating, and then Sheldon says, "You know how I know we're not in the Matrix?" Leonard says, "How?"
Oh yeah.
Well, he says, "If we were, the food would taste better."
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, totally not music related, but a lot of fun to watch, and doing
Yeah,
a little
it is.
advertisement for the show as well. But, well, back to the music. Well, I basically have one question left. You mentioned soon there's going to be a very busy time within Temptation. Can you already say something about the future plans for all we know?
No. No. I'm
Wait
going to
and
release
see.
the album 25th of April. The pre-sale has started right now and it's going pretty well actually. In May we're going to do some gigs. And that's about it. You know, it depends on
The feedback.
yeah, the feedback we get. You know, if there are going to be 20 people in the audience, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that
You
but
don't have to force things.
no, exactly.
It's a project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you answered the question now, finally. Whether it's a band or
Yeah.
what.
See?
Yeah, and at the end of the day it's a project.
Yeah.
It's a serious project,
Yeah.
and you know, maybe after after the tour you know, the thing is also that what Within Temptation is going to do is also pretty difficult to predict.
Yeah.
You know, I remember that with the last album we toured for 2.5 years,
Mm.
almost.
That's
on
a
and
long
off.
time.
But it's very difficult to plan other stuff with that band, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but on the other hand, that's why I always like it when they announce another sabbatical or or whatever, or another pregnancy.
I think Sharon has 3 so far.
Well, the third is.
Yeah. Okay.
It is 2 now. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like Wudstik said, it depends totally on the feedback.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I hope a lot of, if you all want the audience, if you want this to continue, all show up at the gigs.
Yeah, show up at the gigs, exactly.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you
for telling us a little bit
welcome.
more about For All We Know, because for all I knew, it was a project from you and that was it. So I know a lot more.
Okay, cool, great.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.